to give you a background about me very quickly, I'm a geek at heart. I've been online since '94, so it's not uber geek. It's not way back in this BBS days, but I did do the IRC chat thing. I did the ICQ. Anybody from ICQ here at all? Anybody did the ICQ? Yeah, you were regretfully saying. Some of you even know your number still, don't you? You know you do. So I'm not too naive when it comes to a lot of things online and computers, and I figured I was a very properly protected person online, and I wasn't a moron, I thought, online. And my whole world is online, literally. I've built up UnMarketing, and let's see, in the past 2 years, I've shifted everything really online. I live on Twitter. I'm on Facebook to talk to people from high school I never liked in the first place. Not you guys, though, everybody else. And I realized that what happens if I lost that? Like, what happens if my Twitter account got taken over? What happens if I lose my laptop? And we've all had that moment, right, where our laptop freezes or something happens wrong and we realize I'm screwed because you didn't back it up or you didn't protect it. And it's always after the fact that we look at this thing. So I thought I was good to go, no worries. My company's been around for about 8-9 years. We're responsible for the first 7 of those years putting out those really cheesy movies online. Have you guys ever seen those slideshows with the pictures and the text and the cheesy music in the background? It makes you feel real good. You usually get it from an email forwarded from 50 people, like your aunt sends it to you. Thought of you, and sends you this link to like the Time movie and the Dash movie and all. We did that. I'm sorry. I greatly apologize for hurting the world with those. We've made 78 of them. I've unleashed. Do you think viruses are bad? Watch those. So we've made like 78 of those online. So my world, based online, and the ability for people to go, and we touch emotion. And I'm going to tailor this back to this in a second, that we touch emotion. Or my company, my job in UnMarketing is to touch emotion with people, because people do business with people they know, they like, and they trust. And these movies made you have an emotional connection. And the client would then get somebody signing up at the end of the movie for their newsletter, and they'd get them in their funnel. That was our job. So our world was about trust. And these movies, when your aunt, the one aunt who still types in all caps because they don't know about the caps lock button and still has a really big fat monitor and doesn't know how to turn the computer off, is the one sending it to you, you trust her. And the problem with the virus is that when you send those under your own name, because they've gotten smart now, you break the trust. And here's how my company broke the trust of every single one of our clients in a matter of one day. You ready? Here we go. You're welcome. My company looks great after this, by the way. So this is about, I don't even know, 6 months ago? 6 months? 6 months ago, I was just sitting at the computer, and I went to my website because I read my own blog all the time. I have an issue. And I want to increase the stats. So I read my own blog. And I went to un-marketing.com and it just went, no. Sorry. I'm like, what? And it said something about a syntax error. I haven't heard the word like syntax since like phonics days. And I thought that it was actually suffix that I didn't know about. And it wouldn't work. And I just went, well, this is not cool. And I didn't know what to do. And I tried to call my host or my server and insist I was paying them a solid $7 a month, and I demanded great service. But we had a dedicated server. So not only did my site go down, when I saw my site go down, my other 90 sites also meant they were down, including the 78 movies I mentioned before, which all between them would get between 1 hit a day and 10,000. If you want to upset a client, say you're going to create a perpetual marketing tool for them and then turn it off. They're not going to be happy. So I said, I don't know what's happening, what's going on, and kind of freaked out, and nobody was helping me. I thought I was good to go. I had a free antivirus program on my laptop. Hello? What the? I paid not good money for this thing. It should be protecting me 24/7, right? Oops. No, I guess I forgot to update. Apparently I can't demand things when I don't buy them. It may or may not even been a hacked version of it. So I can't do anything about it. My virus software is saying 100%, everything's good. I'm like, well, it's got to be a server issue then. It's not my problem. I know nothing about servers. Let's just tell them, fix it. They're like, ooh, there's something nasty going on here. I'm like, well, it's your fault. And then I realized it's my fault. Because since my software was not up to date, I hit some site somewhere. I blame it on my son. I don't think it was him, actually. I feel really guilty about it. But I felt kind of weird and stupid about it. So he's 8, and I thought it was his fault. And then I had to buy him a toy because it wasn't his fault. He's like, no, Daddy, you went to the malware site. He knows more about computers than I do. And I realized I went to a site and got infected, but I wasn't protected properly. And what it did was it downloaded to my laptop, and then it went through my FTP program, which I leave sitting there open because I'm smart like that. And it went out and went up into my server like a bunch of little Smurfs and took everything. And infected 9,000 files, 8,000? 8,000 files. By the way, this is Allison here. She goes by Snipeyhead on Twitter. She saved me. Just so you know, can you give her a round of applause, please? If it wasn't for her, I would still be in the fetal position in the corner of my house right now, 6 months later, crying because I was screwed. Not only that, the worst part about that, it could be my own fault. I was screwing my client's site up and all of their stuff. And she went on there and hand changed the 7. That's why she knows the number, because she had to change 7,000 files by hand to remove this virus that was on the server. I almost be sick just thinking about how much that was and the work that was, and she did it. And she stepped up because I put it on Twitter and said, please, somebody save me. And then she changed all the passwords for all my servers and site and wouldn't give them back to me because she thought I'd infected it again. So she made me make sure I cleaned it all up. And to me, the moral of this story was I didn't want to care about viruses. I didn't want to care about malware because, by the way, these movies, the Flash movies I'm talking about, that's how the malware was getting into other people's computers. So every single site was hitting somebody. When you create trust, it takes years to build trust and one incident to ruin it. And I ruined it because I wasn't smart enough to say, you know what, I don't care about, nobody listened from the company, by the way. I don't care about antivirus software because I shouldn't have to. That should be the company's job. You guys, and they do, and you'll see that tonight, that they do care because I don't want to care. I want my computer to run safe. I want my server to have the websites up there, and that's all I want. And I want something there fighting the battle, but the silent war. I don't want to have to be a soldier in the field for this. I want them to do exactly what these guys are meant to do. And I nearly, and I'm not kidding, I nearly literally ruined the company because of this one day. And again, when you're business based, and like everybody's business here, whoever you're in, it's all based on trust. No matter what you do, relationships build business, trust builds business. You break that, whether or not it's your fault. You break that, and the pain and the suffering of your image and your profits and everything else is exponential. So that's my personal revelation to you. Please don't hate UnMarketing or our movies anymore. And that's my story. So thanks, everyone, for coming tonight. Enjoy the conversations. I got a lot of great stuff lined up for you tonight, and I appreciate you guys coming. Thank you.